one side. I'm asking about the other end because
I was
for this
trying to
woman,
answer.
I know, but I want to hear the entire what he's trying to say.
A man has to be with that woman as well.
Okay, and before you guys answer, Angry Man, you could jump in. So that part, and then there's a point out here as well that the woman is responsible for him putting a condom on his penis. And when you say it out loud, it sounds like it could be slightly problematic considering that's his penis.
No,
but,
no.
Hold on. So remember, Angry Man, I'm not really talking to y'all so much as I'm talking to them because they never heard all this before. So when you, this is what we had this whole conversation. We had this conversation, right? Because
thinking differently about it, saying that I have responsibility over my own body. And that person has a responsibility of theirs. So therefore, I should be responsible for my penis.
Y'all are running with a mischaracterized point. And I'm trying to clarify it.
But Angry Man, you're not even letting me finish clarifying the fucking point.
But
I'm trying to finish, but y'all keep jumping in. I know the same shit y'all know. But I'm trying to paint the picture for them so they can understand what the conversations are. But if we overrun it, then all it's gonna be is we overran the shit. That's all I'm saying. But if you want to go ahead, you explain it to them. That point. You might be better than me at explaining that particular point.
No, nobody said anything about her being responsible for him putting his condom on. But she's responsible for not letting a dude who refuses to put on a condom have sex with her. That's what I'm talking about. She's responsible for her own body and her own protection as far as saying, look, if you're not going to have a condom, we ain't having sex.
1,000%.
And even if she's irresponsible, there's this thing called being responsibly stupid. She cannot let him nut in her. Just don't nut in me. Pause. Okay, but again,
that don't really work though.
You can't control that part. You can't control that part, bro.
So again,
strong.
Then you start counting. Why is she not on birth control? If condoms is not a thing, she's not on no type of birth control. Why is she not taking a plan B? It's so many options and so many things as to where is the man culpable? Yes, he is. But does the man have the ultimate responsibility? No, because the woman has the most risk. The person with the most risk always carries the most responsibility, bro. That's across the board. The person with the most risk to be the one that makes sure that everything's going to go. Black women out here talking about birth mortality rates and stuff like this, but yet still you having all these kids, right? So that's what's not adding up. You can't turn around and blame the men and say it's the men's fault when the women are allowing the men to have unprotected sex with them and get them pregnant.
But even more than that, it's a matter of, look, we got an STD problem in the Black community. You feel what I'm saying? Like they just I don't know what's going on, but syphilis is running rampant. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, look, you got women, you know how it is with dudes. If a dude want to have sex with a woman and he don't have a condom and she say, I'm not having sex, we're getting a condom. That dude is going to run out the door, jump in the car and fly to whatever store he can find to get a condom because he want to get, he want to have sex. You feel what I'm saying? So if you got a woman that's not pressing the issue and she letting Dirty Dick Rodney run up in her raw and he done ran up in a few other chicks raw, you feel what I'm saying? There's 3 dudes in the state of Tennessee that collectively got 70 some kids by 30 some women. It's 3 dudes. Yeah. 3. You feel what I'm saying?
Angry Man, it's a shared responsibility, not just on one person. How about that?
You said what?
It's a shared responsibility.
It's a shared responsibility.
Here's what I want to ask though, Angry Man, Vincent Fantastic, everybody. Now and again, I'm trying to clarify the points, right? So just to understand thoroughly. So this point, we say risk, right? But then we sit up here and say how we get ran through the court system. So if I'm assessing that risk appropriately, why would I say she has more risk? Right? Because if I'm saying that she has to make sure I put a condom on my penis, should I then shut the fuck up when it comes to going to court?
Because she has more risk because of what he was just talking about with the mortality rate.
No, I understand. But the mortality rate is what? 11%? less than that, right? It's like
I don't know.
one in.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, it's not high, but I'm using what they use as excuses, right? So the more risk still comes because at the end of the day, Hamp, she could get nothing. It's a lot of motherfuckers that's not. Remember, they complain about black men don't pay nothing in child support. Y'all only giving $100. Y'all only giving $50.
No, I understand that, but you
Oh,
see, but you understand what I'm saying because
yeah,
because it's like a double talk, right? Let me ask y'all. Do y'all think it's a double talk? If I don't put a condom on, it's her fault, but then I'm gonna complain about what the courts do to me, stereotypically.
Well, yeah. Why should I have to go to court? Hold on. Why should I have to go to court? Why can she not co-parent with me and work it out to where I get?
No, I agree, Mr. Fantastic, but that's not the argument right now, right? We're saying because we're talking about talking points. That's why I'm saying.
That's a legit gripe. That's a legit
Yeah,
gripe.
facts.
If he not whining, he shouldn't shut the fuck up. He should be like, damn it, work it out with me versus trying to put me in the goddamn system so you can have a level of control over me. You can hold that shit over my head and throw me in jail.
Okay.
I think that also suggests every time a person goes to court, it's because the guy wanted to play ball and the woman didn't want to, and you can't suggest it either.
But here's the thing: it's not technically it's not shared responsibility. And the reason why it's not shared responsibility is because if you as a man, right, you get a woman pregnant, when she has that baby, you are definitely financially responsible for that child, if nothing else. You are definitely responsible for that child financially. However, if that woman gets pregnant and she says, well, I made a mistake, I'm going to college, I don't want to mess up my life, she don't gotta have that child. So how is it? It's not shared responsibility. The man has definite responsibility over a child should she choose to have the child. The woman does not have definite responsibility over the child because one, she can get rid of the child, or two, she can take the child to a baby box, or three, she can drop that child off at a church, at a firehouse. She can literally abandon that child. So it's not shared responsibility.
My shared responsibility was to whether a person wears a condom and has safe sex.
Sex is that's a different thing.
I'm clarifying my point.
Okay.
Shared responsibility on having safe sex.
Okay. That's okay.
Okay. Now, would you say are men making their decision on whether or not a baby comes based on if they go in raw or not? Right? If you lose all say once she gets pregnant, don't you have to make sure you take control of your say before putting sperm in her or putting a condom on?
Well, that's obvious.
Well, no, see, that's the thing, Angry Man. It's not actually obvious when we had a conversation. That's why it's important for you and the Prince of the Manosphere, like Mr. Fantastic, to say that part, because that part gets left out all the time.
No, here's the thing. I never leave that part out.
No, but just in terms of the space, that's all.
Okay, but in terms of the space, the reason why brothers are arguing against that point is because they have no reproductive rights. The women have all the reproductive rights. So if a woman, let's say for argument's sake, and this scenario happens sometime, let's say that the dude gets a woman pregnant, but the dude gets a woman pregnant, he's in love with this woman. You know what I'm saying? He wants to be with this woman, but she just decides, you know what? I'm not having this baby. I'm not messing up my body. I'm not doing XYZ. He has no rights. None. But if she decides to have it, he has to take care of it. That is problematic. That's problematic. Either way you look at it.
People seem to forget that women control access to sex and childbirth. So she can determine whether or not that kid is going to make it to the world or not. That's one of the things that keeps getting left out.
So what do you? Yeah. So what do you? Go ahead.
I don't think there's any way that you level that playing field. I think we're speaking what we know to be facts, right? At the end of the day, you have unprotected sex. That woman gets pregnant, it does become her choice. That's where we are. You're saying you're saying that the woman, that man should also say, no, you have to have that child if she doesn't want to. Is that what you're saying? We should have the right.
No, what I'm saying is if the woman has the right to abstain from responsibility of that child, right? Regardless of what the man is saying, The man should also have the right to say, okay, you know what? I if he doesn't want her to have the child and she decides to have the child, he should have the right to sign away his rights and not be financially responsible for that child. Because we're not in the 50s. Women make good money. We don't live in a time the whole purpose for child support and all of that was during a time where women made significantly less money than men. And so when that happened, women would be in a bad situation if they had kids and they did not have the support of the dude taking care of the child. We don't live in that age anymore. You got women making six figures. You got some women, you know, in certain instances make more money than the dude they got on child support.
But women making good money don't mean women make good decisions. You know what I'm saying? It's still, they don't know how to raise a child. They don't know how to take care of your seed. I don't know why men would want to sign over his rights to a goofy bitch anyway, me personally.
Well, again, I don't think it's that men want to sign over his rights to a goofy bitch. Again, like you said, people like having raw sex. And another big thing you leaving out, I mean, it's fun to get on here and talk this shit, bro. But again, all y'all niggas done went raw before. All y'all niggas done raw dog. Now you wasn't married, and you wasn't whatever. All you niggas done raw dog. The bitch.
Nobody ever said he didn't.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. So I'm talking what Rick said. But this is another thing too, and
That's
this is part
kind of a deflection though.
It's not a deflection. The sexual irresponsibility is bigger on the side of the black women. The numbers tell you that. Not only in the births, but the STD rates. He talked about the syphilis rates. Guess who has the highest motherfucking new HIV rates? Right? Guess who aren't matching them? Black men are being responsible. And that's what we try to tell y'all. When you get into this data, that's when you really start breaking this stuff down and understanding that the rap that we get, that niggas out here fucking everything and being irresponsible and making all these babies. Well, niggas can't be making all the babies because the minority of black men have kids. And then we look at the STD rates. Black women have the higher rates than the men do, especially when it comes to HIV.
So Rick, okay. I mean, yeah, we heard the stats now. So Rick, why did you say it's a deflection? What's popping?
I mean, just the whole bringing up like, oh, we've all raw dog before. We've all done this. Like when kind of people try to pull everybody else into it, it's kind of like ignoring the point. That's why I say so.
Yeah. And what was the point that was ignored that needs to be addressed?
I mean, the whole fact that we can have babies with, like, you know, basically make a baby, create a child, you know, put your seed in a woman, and then like, all right, here, I'm gonna sign my rights over. I'm gonna walk away, let this happen, and of course, ignoring all the other stuff that's going on. It's just really not a good look. I said something else before. I forgot my point. It's gonna come
Rick,
back.
Let me ask Rick this question too. Rick, it was said before we asked this question, hypothetical question. A child comes up in a single mother-led homes, and we understand what the stats are, right? For that, jail, with, you know, everything else. That child goes up to be a bad person for all intents and purposes. It was said that the mom who's there should take, what was it, 80% of the blame, and the man who left should take 20% of the blame. What's your thoughts on that?
She said 70-30, Hemp.
Okay,
man is ultimately mostly responsible for that. Like all jokes aside, for one, he put his seed in somebody that was, you plant your seed in terrible soil. That's, first of all, you got to look at yourself as the leader. We can't be talking all this. We're the men, we're the leaders, we're in charge, and then we turn around and act like we're not in charge. We're like, well, it's up to the woman. If the woman did this, the woman did this. I mean, we sound real silly. Now, I'm not saying, again, I understand our women are the least cooperative out of all races of people. We understand that. They need to get on board with us. Cool. But we can't talk about them being how they are. We understand what's wrong with them. And then we turn around and say, yeah, if that child grows up bad, it's the woman's fault. Like, no, it's your fault for not putting your values onto that child.
Rick,
so wait. So
he didn't finish. What the fuck are we rebuttaling? He didn't finish.
He muted.
He did finish.
He muted.
No, I muted so he could go ahead and ask this question. I'm gonna go ahead.
But here's what I'm saying though. Y'all trying to answer or respond. He not even done talking. So what are we responding to? Is my question.
I'm responding to what he said.
But what I'm saying is, I know, Angry Man. What I'm saying is, he not finished with a sentence, and we ready to respond. That's the part that I get that it baffles me, because what are we responding to? The whole statement or the part that we didn't like?
Why is it it's the men that fight for the men are the ones always silenced, man? This man should have been landing that plane, man. He already made his point, Hemp.
Nah, well, so let's be clear. I'm fair about this. I'm just saying, let him just finish. That's all. Go ahead, Angry Man.
Oh,
Look,
and I fight for the men, just for the record. I fight for the men harder than anybody.
But it's nonsensical to look. The traditional thing is to say, oh, well, the reason why that child was bad is because the father wasn't there. We put more onus on the father's absence than the mother's presence. We never think about maybe the child is like that because that's the way they mama raised them. But guess what? When she's standing up there at the NBA draft, don't nobody say the only reason he was able to get in the NBA was because of his daddy's sperm, because of his dad's genetics. No one says that. It's the mama. The mama gets all the praise when the child does good. So how is it the father gets the blame when he's jacked up?
And just furthermore, before you go, Rick, let me just say this. And again, just like you said, you came in, you said, how are you going to put your seed in an irresponsible woman, right? Or bad soil. There are also bad seed planters that you're not like, and that's y'all keep missing. These women keep having kids with the dudes they shouldn't be having kids with. These women are, like you said, they're number 3, number 4, number 17 baby mamas. How do you let a man that's already got kids by 16 previous women make you number 17?
Why do you care? Hey, this is the kind of conversation I be talking about. How I be feeling like be like lame conversations, right? Like, what the fuck are we talking about? Like, take responsibility for yourself. If you don't want to create no kids, dude, stop knocking the women outside of wedlock. You won't have this problem. Like,
okay, so
this is of no concern to me because I don't impregnate women outside of wedlock.
Yeah, it's not a concern to you. It's not like women having children out of wedlock and having multiple kids by multiple dudes and not raising them properly. It's not your problem.
Right, because I'm gonna go pick the women who don't have that, right? So y'all worried about this shit because these are the women y'all are left picking.
What about your son? So hold on. You got it. So what about your son?
Interrupting me. Nobody stopped them from interrupting me. This is the point I'm talking about, yo. This is the point I'm talking about. Can I finish my sentence?
Angry Man. He was talking. Y'all all talking. Who got interrupted at that juncture? Come on, man. Come on.
I wanted to say something. Can I say something real quick?
No.
Okay, thank you.
I thought Master C had the floor.
Like, I just don't get it. It's a bunch of dudes on here now trying to blame women for getting pregnant and this and that. Dude, be a man. Anything you do is your responsibility. Any action you take is your responsibility. And whatever results from them actions is also your responsibility. Stop being on here bitching and complaining about women, dog. Like, I don't know. I don't have this problem, so it's not an issue for me. This is why I'm not on the internet arguing about this shit. It's not an issue for me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it is our issue, though. You know, as a people.
Why is it your issue? Why is it your issue but not mine?
Where's the rebuttal? Go ahead, Angry Man. You wanted to rebuttal that part particularly?
It's the niggas stop complaining about women marathons. So let's let these niggas say all of that shit, and everybody else just shut the fuck up because this is what's been going on since forever.
I haven't talked in 30 minutes. I haven't talked in 30 minutes.
Can I say something really quick? So the problem with
let's be clear. So what Angry Man's saying is that's more of the same from the last 50 years since the women we got displaced from leading our home. Is that the women got to complain, and then the happy wife, happy life niggas was saying, stop telling the women what to do, stop correcting the women. And now Angry Man saying the time is now to get correction now that we have voices and a
y'all trying to have a complaining contest with women, bro? Like, this is real feminine shit, dog.
And the voices of a platform in which we can control in terms of the media. So that's the argument that was presented back.
And the thing is, he's right about that. Like, we should be able to speak out and say our women are out of control. Our women are causing issues. You know what I'm saying? I agree. The system favors the woman for a reason because they know that women are terrible at raising our children by us. Like, women can't be single mothers. Obviously, that's the worst thing.
Rick, you a grown man who's saying I need a platform to vent and complain about women?
No. That's not what I said. But you interrupted me though. But what I'm saying is
telling the truth though.
what I'm saying is we need to speak out and say these things so people can have these conversations and understand that things got to change within our community, because these things do affect. So when you say it don't affect you, you're actually, I ain't gonna say you're lying, you're just misinformed, or you sticking your head in the sand. One of the two.
Okay,
but
this
we
is
definitely
Can I say
because
something?
it does, because we have a whole society of
Rick, hold it
degenerate
down, Rick.
Negroes.
Let's let Be Nice get in. Be Nice was popping. Okay.
Hey, so the problem with what you guys are saying is that you're saying be a man and take full control of like everything that is going on. But if you think about society and how it works, everyone is equal under the law. So when you say things like, "Oh, be a man, take lead, do all these things," you're saying it, but you're not actually giving the caveats that are necessary for things to be safe. So, for instance, if I was to say, "Oh, don't get this girl pregnant," or "It's your responsibility for everything that happens while having sex," then you're saying that the woman has no option or any choice in anything that's happening during sex, and you're saying that you are leading everything that happens. When if anyone's ever had sex, that's not how that works, because there's a word for that and you go to jail for that. So the consent part is extremely important, because there is two people existing and also making decisions.
So I'm not saying the women don't have any part in it. I also don't care about the women's part. I only care about my part. I can only be responsible for my actions. So I control my actions and I don't get in those situations, right? Y'all over here keep worrying about women. Worry about you. Focus on you. Control what you can control. And then accept the outcomes of whatever situations you put yourself in.
Okay, is he done?
Stop talking about women.
Is he done?
Yeah.
Are you done, brother?
Yeah.
Okay, so if everybody had Master C's attitude, that ain't got shit to do with me, so I don't care. What does that get?
Well, I'll tell you where it get. So since I haven't impregnated any women out of wedlock, we have less single moms.
Why y'all niggas just acting like fucking
y'all niggas? I made sure he was done. He cut me off.
Go ahead, Mr. Fantastic. Finish your point.
So again, if everybody had to fuck them niggas, I'm just worried about me. We wouldn't have no jobs, no companies, no military, no nothing. You have to motherfucking care about the collective, dude, at some point in time, because the next generation matters. If we got 70% of the fucking kids being had out of wedlock and they're being raised by this, don't just worry about you, selfish ass nigga. You got to worry about your kids and your grandkids. That's what we talking about. We not.
So if everybody worry about themselves,
let me finish the point.
Go ahead,
bro. I'm a 40-year-old man.
Now I gotta make this like a fucking daycare class. That's how corny. And then these corny ass niggas in the chat. Oh, niggas didn't get the fuck you niggas talking about. just fucking respect each other and let the nigga finish. I gotta police y'all niggas. Nine niggas never even been arrested. Go ahead, Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, man, just real quick, bro. Like I said, at the end of the day, bro, a lot of this stuff, bro, we're talking about is not for us now. It's for those to come. Like Angry Man said, this shit been going on for years before I was even here on this earth. We're the first generation of men to take this shit serious and undo the fucking bullshit we've been lied on, bro. This shit is important. The image of black men matter, not just here, but everywhere. All right. This is why the black man image is blowing up, and now you see brothers traveling more and getting more just publicity and stuff for that outside of just like you said, drug dealer, killing gorilla, and all the motherfucking bullshit, bro. All right, it ain't just to be complaining about the women. That's a part of it, pointing out those things. But bro, that's the only thing y'all want to focus on. I'm done.
Cool. But we're not complaining about the women. We're just telling people what's going on so they can be aware of how our women act. As simple as that.
No, but you're also acting as if the women aren't human beings, kind of.
You're saying, but they're not saying they're void of responsibility. They'll be nice, but you're saying that, you know what I mean? I don't know if anybody's saying that though. You know what I mean? But you're saying everything is equal. But you know, be nice. Would you agree that things favor the women? And you think that's an issue in itself in terms of when babies are coming?
Yeah.
So that's the issue that they're laying out, you know? And then the other argument is you got to control your seed. That's your body before you put that seed in her. Go ahead, Angry Man.
So you said, how does it affect you? This is how it affects you. We live in America. where we have a problem with the prison industrial complex. Okay, we have 25% of the world's prisoners, but we only have 8% of the world's population. Prison has become a business. Okay, and part of that business is cycling young black men through that system to make money. Okay, the easiest way to do that is to have boys growing up in single parent households. The other thing is, and you can look this up, a sister by the name of Elizabeth Hinton wrote a book, From the War on Poverty to the War on Crime. If you go back and look, right after we got the Voters' Rights Act in 1960, I want to say 65, if I'm incorrect, y'all correct me. Right after that, the very same year, Lyndon B. Johnson changed the welfare system, structured it in a way where if you get welfare, there cannot be a man in your household. So this is a systematic thing that was created for a specific reason. And it's been going on for a very long time. And you may feel like it doesn't affect you, but the problem is when you have this going on and you got 90% of the children that are raised in single mother households going to prison, committing all types of crimes or whatever, it's not a problem for you because you ain't engaged in that until some chick that had kids by 5 different dudes, one of her kids grows up and robs your ass when you're 65 years old and you're not able to fight that kid back. Because right now we got kids out here that's so off the chain, they knocking old ladies over their head to steal their money. We would have never did that because we was raised properly. So this is a problem that affects all of us, whether we like it or not. If you look at when we was younger, when Biggie and Tupac died, we was shocked. Nowadays, rappers died damn near every day.
Yeah.
You got dudes in Chicago this taking each other out like it's a video game. We cannot keep sitting around acting like this is not a problem that affects all of us, bruh. That's crazy.
Angry Man, court. Let's see, for somebody who's saying like it's a self thing. Did you see in DC where the fucking mayor said you should carry around theft money or whatever she called it, so that when they do come and rob you, you have something to give them.
So they don't
kill you.
Yeah.
Master C, if you worry about self, with that being seems to be a systemic issue, will we ever fix it?
So what I'm talking about is self-accountability, right? So if we don't create any more single parent women, there won't be any more single parent kids, right? So you can control yourself, right? And if every man do that, then won't nobody be left out. We ain't got to worry about, you just take accountability for yourself. Don't create no more fatherless kids and that problem over. Okay. Now, if you want to blame somebody else for why you created fatherless kids and then all the other shit, then it is what it is.
Uncle
Ant, in my house, I take accountability.
I got a stat for Uncle Ant. Here's a stat, right? CDC came out with these numbers. The percentage of dudes that are deadbeat fathers that's running around here in the black community, that's running around here having kids and abandoning them, it's 9% of the black male population. So when you're talking about dudes not doing this, the majority of black men are not doing this. The problem is we have a culture now where it is cool to be a single mother. You literally have, check this out, bro. There's a documentary. It's on YouTube right now.
I agree with a lot of your points.
Let me say this real quick and then I'm done. There's a documentary on YouTube right now that came out in the freaking 80s or whatever, right? Where they're literally interviewing young black girls back then that were single parents, asking them if they wanted, like, what happened with the father in the picture. And these girls were literally saying, I don't need a father to raise my child. I'm fine by myself because my father wasn't there. Like, this is a mentality. So sometimes it's not a matter of the relationship not working. It's a matter of it's become a lifestyle.
And the key thing also here is choice that people keep leaking out here. You got to think about this. Men chase, but women choose. But that means that she has a choice. As a man, I can't make her give me what she's got, unless you want these dudes who are committing an essay and taking it. But otherwise, if it's not happening, again, I can't make her give me what she's got. I can only convince her why she should, because I'm a salesman. All right. And if she decides that I can come through, that's because she made the choice. If she decides I can't get in, then it's a done deal. That's where it stops. So again,
here's my thing. You need like a raise your hand button or some shit, because you talk about don't speak over people, but the reason why is because people can't somehow or another alert you that I want to be next in the queue, and then people just start talking. I'm trying to take notes, so I'm all fucking fucked up now.
You're doing all right, and the thing is, this ain't even half bad.